As athletes, we know that every rep matters.
Every time we step on the field, we're putting in the effort to bring home a win for the Gators.
And just like every rep matters, every Florida Victorious contribution matters too.
With Florida Victorious, your commitment can make a real difference in our ability to compete and win.
Every contribution is a way of showing your support for us.
As community leaders.
As ambassadors for Gator Nation.
So whether you're contributing a little or a lot, every bit counts.
Every commitment takes us one step closer to victory.
Together.
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 Let's do this together.
Every rep.
Every membership. Support the Gators and join Florida Victorious today. Go Gators.
Hey, let's go to Devin Moore. Of course, true freshman last year, burst onto the scene. He's out there playing early on in the season, very late in that Utah game. I mean, he's a true freshman out there lined up. Late last drive of the game as Utah's driving down the field, a true freshman out there kind of burst on the scene. I don't think a lot of people were thinking he was going to be a starting, or not necessarily starting, but getting a lot of reps in game one. But he comes in here, flashes, a little bit of an injury. How was that roller coaster for him last year?
So last year was a bit of a roller coaster, in the first part of the season, just having that opportunity to get on the field early. It definitely was a blessing, and, it just felt like a lot of the hard work that my coaches preached and, even the strength staff, and all the help that my teammates gave me too, it definitely seemed like it paid off. I then, come Missouri week, kind of took a bad fall, and, it kind of sent me down on the roller coaster a little bit. But, I feel like I came out of that experience with so much more of the mental game down. And honestly, I looked at it as more of a blessing and a lesson.
There we go, learning from it, and that's what you want from Devin Moore. He comes across really well. I mean, sounds very mature for a young guy who, as Billy Napier doesn't really do with a true freshman, let him out in front of the media. And I know he did some Twitter spaces and stuff last year to Devin Moore. Thankful for that we got to know him, but it had to be frustrated to get all that, get those early accolades and be out there and, say to yourself, man, I'm on the field as a true freshman, then only for it to kind of come crashing down with a shoulder injury. And then very limited in the spring as well. And now he's out there on the field this fall, being able to take all these reps and, very, very great news for Florida. Great news for Florida, as we've highlighted plenty of time. Who is going to line up opposite Jason Marshall on the other side there? And Devin Moore's name's certainly in that mix. But also, there's another guy in the mix. We'll hear from Billy Napier and Moore on the battle for that second cornerback spot.
No, it's great to get Devin Moore back healthy. Obviously he started as a true freshman. And then Jalen obviously he had a terrific offseason, right? So Kimber's had a lot of lean muscle. He's always tested well. He can run, he can jump. He's had the injury upon arrival with the shoulder. That was a little bit of a setback. And then he had the cast last year on his hand. So I think he's a player that sees an opportunity. And, you throw the young players in there when you start talking about Jakeem and D.D. Johnson, who's been very impressive. So Gates is, not quite there, but he's able to participate with the brace on coming off the knee. I think that's a good room, and certainly it's going to be competitive.
I feel like having that competition in the room just boosts us all, tremendously. Everyone's working hard day in, day out. And in the cornerback room, we actually have a motto that we kind of live by, is everyone eats as long as you take care of your business and the coaches can trust you. So as long as you just take care of your business, then you'll get your opportunity for sure.
I'm excited for this second cornerback spot because of everything I know about Devin Moore and going back to last year, but pairing that with everything I've heard about Jalen Kimber in this offseason. Was one player that I have heard that's been circled, as you heard Napier say. I'll confirm what Napier has been saying, that I've been hearing that kind of whispered out through back channels as well, that Jalen Kimber's really come along, finally healthy after battling the injury at Georgia, transferring and having a cast last year. He's been a player that they've been really impressed with. Hey, this is a great news for Florida when you're trying to get that DBU moniker back and all the questions we still have at safety, that, all right, well, at least maybe we can get back to some lockdown corners. And Jason Marshall, he's already mentioned back at SC Media that he wants to take a step up. He wants to get better in certain aspects of his game, but he's got one spot locked up. Who's going to be that other guy? And I think Florida right now feels pretty good both about Devin Moore, Jalen Kimber, Corey Raymond, loving Devin Moore. One of his targets that he wanted to get as a coach here at Florida, found himself on the field early. Then Jalen Kimber using his experience as well. I'll tell you, I mean, Kimber avoided surgery last year to kind of just stay on the field and help this team any way he can, and has certainly, from what I hear as well, taken a whole lot of steps this offseason to really this is a great battle. This is good for Florida. We've got to figure out, a second corner, and if something happens, there's no drop off either. And maybe you could rotate these guys in as well. Maybe they're on the field at the same time. Maybe Jason Marshall needs a breather after a bomb that he's covering, and now somebody else has to step on the field too. So not necessarily just a second cornerback spot, but Jason Marshall needs to come off the field for any reason. All right, well, maybe you got two other good corners here who can fill in when needed. Hopefully, only for a couple plays or so. But Jason Marshall back there, one spot locked up, but and more opportunity. Avery Helms gone, and this opens up the door just a bit. I think it was going to be Kimber and Moore anyway, as long as Moore could bounce back enough, healthy from that shoulder injury. This was one battle, of course. I've been looking forward to all the spring. One of the biggest questions, I think. And now, it being a question, I don't think is necessarily a bad thing right now. We're going to get an answer, and I think the answer is going to be pretty good. I really do. I'm high on both these guys, mainly because of what I've heard from back channels about Kimber. I wasn't, if you would have asked me back in the springtime, I'd have been purely hoping for Devin Moore. But now there's some confidence that Florida's got two pretty good options there at that spot. So eager to see how that plays out. And I think Florida can't go wrong with the answer right now. Manscaped's Performance Package is the ultimate men's hygiene bundle. Join over 8 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this offer for Gator Nation. 20% off plus free worldwide shipping with the code GATORS20 at manscaped.com. Don't take a chance while trimming below the waist. Take care of yourself with the new Performance Package 4.0. That includes the new Lawnmower 4.0. This fourth generation waterproof trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents. Turn on the LED spotlight when needed for a more precise shave. And because it's waterproof, you can say goodbye to the mess on the bathroom floor. The Performance Package 4.0 also includes the Weed Whacker, this nose and ear trimmer. Honestly, guys, it is the best I've ever tried. The only one that actually works. After trimming your football, show them some love with the Manscaped liquid formulations. The Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and the Crop Reviver Ball Toner are here to take your ball game to the next level. Manscaped even throws in 2 free gifts in the Performance Package 4.0, the Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag. Get 20% off plus free shipping with code GATORS20 at manscaped.com. That is 20% off plus free shipping worldwide with the code GATORS20 at manscaped.com.